Why do 95% of people that want to become real estate investors ultimately fail? Let's get started. I'm going to answer this question, and I'm going to show you how to be in the top 5%. We're Texas REIAs, the largest network of real estate investor associations, REIAs, and real estate investors in the state of Texas. And we put people in the top 5%. What people? Well, people like Eddie Salazar. He joined the network back in 2015, did his first deal in the first 2 months, made over $100,000 profit. In the first year, he did over 10 deals, made over $500,000 profit. He's now doing commercial real estate. And when we asked him about this network, he says, your network is your net worth. This group is responsible for the vast majority of my network. Thank you, Eddie. Addie and Caxton Opry joined in 2019. Doctor and an author, did their first deal in the first 3 months, made $10,000. In the first 6 months, they did 3 deals, making between $20,000 and $50,000. When we asked them about the network, they said, this group is geared to help you succeed in real estate and in life. The members are helpful, and there's a lot of tribal knowledge. The group is great. Lisa and her daughter Marcella joined in 2018, did their first deal in the first month of the program, made between $10,000 and $20,000 on that deal. In the first 18 months, they did over 10 deals, making between $200,000 and $500,000. When we asked them about the network, they said the network for leads and financing alone is worth it. The ability to pick up the phone and be able to call numerous investors and get immediate responses to questions when talking with sellers or even closing right at the closing table is priceless. Michael and his wife, Julie Geftius, joined in 2017, did the first deal in the first 4 months, made $10,000. The first 18 months, did over 10 deals, making between $200,000 and $500,000. When we asked him about the group, he said, there is no better program or network to join. Jeff Rosenbach came out of corporate America, had a background similar to mine, did his first deal in the first 2 months, made between $20,000 and $30,000. First 6 months, made over $50,000. We asked him about the group. He says the quality of the group is incredible. If you truly want to participate in the real estate market, joining this network has the potential to change your life. And he went on and on to say a bunch of other stuff I don't have time for right now. But we'll do a couple more. Derek Morris joined in 2019, did his first deal in the first 5 months, over $100,000. So how many deals did he do in the first 6 months? He just did one big one. And we asked him about the group. He says, I joined for the network. My first deal was a sizable project netting me $100,000 in profits after all expenses, including the cost of money. The money came from 7 different private money lenders within the group. The deal would have never have happened without this network. And then finally, Carlos and Priscilla Miramontes joined in 2018, did their first deal in the first month, made $10,000. In the first year, they did over 10 deals, making between $200,000 and $500,000. When we asked him about the group, he said, if you are serious about investing as a career, start by investing in your education. So, how do I know this works? Because this was also me. I was listening to this same story 18 years ago. I'm Phil Grove, and I'm a real estate investor, and I became a real estate investor on December 15th, 2003. That's the day I did my very first deal. I was a fired, out of work ex-engineer, burned out of corporate America, looking for something to do where I could work for myself, build wealth, and make more money and have a better life than going back to corporate America. So I started my journey 18 years ago. After looking at everything from franchises to multi-level marketing to many different businesses, I concluded that real estate was it. It's scalable, it builds wealth as well as income, and frankly, over 80% or almost 80% of the millionaires out there got there all or in part through investing in real estate. It's actually quite difficult to become a millionaire not investing in real estate. So I started this journey to become a real estate investor. And I started by reading a bunch of books, and I got absolutely nowhere. And if you think about it, if reading books turn people into millionaires, well, then I guess the library should be filled with millionaires. Well, they're not. And there's actually a reason for it. And after a while, I figured out what that reason is. You see, as it turns out, investing in real estate is actually not that complicated. How do I know? Well, I'm an engineer, at least by trade, and I had to go to engineering school, and that was complicated. I had to take calculus and calculus 2 and calculus 3. And by the time I took calculus 3, I had to remember calculus 1 and 2. It was really, really complicated. I've never had to solve a differential equation to flip a house. It's not that complicated. But unlike engineering and calculus, it's a mile deep. Real estate's a mile wide. There's a million little details. And it's really more like learning a language than learning a skill. But you can't learn how to speak Spanish from reading a book. No, as a matter of fact, it's a complete waste of time, right? You have to immerse yourself in it. You have to surround yourself with people that do it. You have to hear things 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 times before you can pick up enough of the details to be able to communicate and do it yourself. And real estate's exactly the same way. You have to immerse yourself in it. You have to surround yourself with people that do it. And you have to hear things and see things 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 times before you pick up enough of the details, right, to be able to find deals and analyze deals, know how to fill out contracts, and do all the little things you have to do to become a real estate investor, right, a successful one. And it was not until I joined the local real estate investor association, right, and I started surrounding myself with local real estate investors that I picked up enough of the details to ultimately make myself successful and to make myself one of the top 5% of real estate investors. And you do, by the way, want to be in the top 5% because they make 95% of all the money. So what has real estate investing done for me? Well, frankly, a lot. I don't want to brag, but I've been able to purchase over $13 million worth of properties with over 70% equity, which means my net worth has grown by more than $10 million because of becoming a real estate investor. And I'm not saying all this to impress you, but I am trying to make an impression on you. If your goal is to make millions of dollars a year investing in real estate, then you certainly want to spend time with other people that have actually made millions of dollars a year investing in real estate. A lot of times when people get started, they get started with other people that are getting started. It's like, well, I don't know anything. Well, I don't know anything. Well, let's learn from each other. It's like, well, that's called the blind leading the blind. Not very effective way. So we always like to say here at the REIA, if you have even the very slightest interest in real estate, the very, very first thing to do is to go join your local real estate investor association, because then you'll surround yourself with the people that know all that local specialized knowledge to be able to do this right. This YouTube channel is sponsored by Texas REIAs. Again, the largest network of real estate investor associations in the state of Texas. We call this Texans Teaching Texans How to Invest in Texas Using Strategies That Work Here. And yeah, it is critical because that it's local, because all those details, when we talk about all the details, right, they're all local details. There's a bazillion books out there that teach people how to invest in real estate. They talk about how to do it anywhere. Well, how to do it anywhere is how to do it at 30,000 feet. But real estate is not bought and sold at 30,000 feet. Real estate is bought and sold at 0 feet. So if you want to know what laws apply here and which contracts to use here, which contractors to hire here, which neighborhoods to invest in here, and where to find the buyers and sellers of money and power teams and resources here, that's what you get at your local real estate investor association. So welcome to Texas REIAs. We broadcast live right here on YouTube every Tuesday night and every Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. We talk about what's going on in the local marketplaces in Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, as well as statewide Texas trends. We share tips and tribal knowledge. So enjoy the videos and more importantly, come and be part of the REIA. And by the way, if you're just getting started, here's a couple pieces of advice. The best way ever to get started is to get started with the Texas Real Estate Investing Starter Kit. Texas REIAs has created the ultimate starter kit that includes a whole bunch of goodies, including a money resource guide, access to the wholesale marketplace where you can actually pitch deals and get access to off-market wholesale properties, a personalized, generalized business plan, and tickets to 2 different workshops that are also sponsored by Texas REIAs, the Texas Real Estate Investing Workshop Residential Edition and the Texas Real Estate Investing Commercial Workshop. The residential workshop is coming up in just the next few weeks. So if you get the starter kit, you'll be able to get the tickets to the workshop. So how cool is that? And guess what? It's all free. So go ahead and click on the link at the top of the page, the Get Started link. You can also go to www.texasstarterkit.com and you can get the starter kit there. And also, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. That will unlock all the videos on the channel and get you access to the Tuesday night and Thursday night live broadcast. If you're online, you'll get a little notice that says, hey, you want to watch, tune in, and certainly get your starter kit. So thank you all, and welcome to the REIA.